Welcome to SFN, your preeminent source for space and defense news and all things tangentially related. We're your hosts, loyal to the foil here at Houston, Mission Control. And we've got Alara of Sirius in low Earth orbit. And we're here live every Sunday night.
On Space Space Force News Sunday nights, number 41. Yeah, man, number 41. So excited to be here with everybody. If my mouse will stop sticking. Hello, friends. Hello, Sarah, Wanderlust, Kate, Fader Not, Michael Perkins, Detox with Tessa, Alfredo, Fearless, Chef Matt, PG's Weirnick, Miss Jamie Q. I see my bodyguard, Gary Flessner, out there. Subpack Vet. That's my bodyguard. All right, I think I should Yeah, my bodyguard. I think I should turn my mic down just a little bit. I think it's a little mic check. A little bit better, guys. I think it was a little. I think it was a little loud before. What's going on, Fearless, Dave, Carrie Lake, Leah Worth, my toots. See everybody in the house. Thumper Rose, what's going on? Woke One, my bra. Dodie Danny, Cad Spotter, R Rod 67, Mr. No Clip, Leyland. What's going on, guys? BBP Demand,
what up, fam?
Karen Hare, Band Mom Texas. Yeah, man, Sunday nights, Space Force News. I got 2 booster seats tonight, so I'm feeling really good about that. I can sit up a little bit higher. And I'm not short, you guys. Like, I'm really not short. Like, it's just a thing. Like, I don't know, my desk
Alara.
I'm not that short.
I mean, you're short, bro.
If you put me next to an extraterrestrial, yes, I'm short. But I'm not, comparatively speaking, I'm not that short, So,
interesting.
Yeah, I'm not that short, man. Come on in. Why is she laughing at me, guys? What's up, Descendant of Brand, Cool Breeze, Babs the Ice Queen, Liberty Bells, Mr. No Clip, Morning Flower. Hey, Alexis. There's our Space Weather Girl in the house. Christina Love, Chef Matt, Debbie Roush, good to see you. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Yeah, it's Father's Day. Woohoo.
Yes, It is Father's Day.
Yeah, I almost got my dad a card and I was reading through them. Like, it must be just like a 3D thing. You guys tell me if you agree with me. But I was like,
no.
No, I was looking for the cards and I was looking at them. I was like, this is so gay. I'm not getting one of these cards. This is so lame.
They're terrible.
And I'm like, I'm just going to have to go tell him, like, look, happy Father's Day, but I'm not doing that. I'm not buying one of those cheesy cards in the store, dude.
Oh, so much cheese.
Dude, so lame.
They're
is
terrible.
Everybody else over that or what? The cards in the store, like, to me, they're just so, like, I don't know. They're just so, like,
yeah. Have you noticed
lame.
the influx of super woke cards? Those are always fun.
No, I didn't. Oh, and I missed those. They were already bought out, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
That's probably exactly what, yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Love the woke cards, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so that didn't go well. The whole Father's Day getting of a card situation didn't. So if you're related to me, don't expect a cheesy card from the store. Ever. I'm either going to make you a homemade card and then I'm going to troll that out of you, or you're not getting anything.
Yeah.
But,
there should be a whole, like, Hallmark subdivision, like, cards for trolls. Just like trolls, you know what I mean? Like, just troll cards. I would totally support that.
Brandy with a B says, yeah, LOL store-bought cards suck. Yeah, I think they suck. Chris Hawkins says it's a 5D thing, Alara. I think it is. You know what else is a 5D thing, Chris? Is talking on the phone. So I noticed this happened to me. Like, even back when I was asleep, guys, this happened to me. I noticed the shift. Like, all of a sudden, I didn't want to answer the phone. I didn't want to talk on the phone. I didn't want to answer the phone. Like, me and Foyle have talked about this. You better text me and let me know you're going to call me or you will never reach me. Right? And even then,
I will literally wait for the phone to stop ringing so I can text you and ask you what you want.
And I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know I think it's just, I don't want to feel like that's a big energy exchange, a phone conversation.
Man,
like, I need to know what's coming.
It's a commitment to have a phone call. This is the thing. It's such a commitment. I could just shoot you a text right quick, answer at my leisure.
It's like, don't just call me and be like, so what are you doing?
Man.
Is that,
right.
It must be a 5D thing, guys. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Because I'm just not into it, right? Like, it's a text or it's, I don't know. Have you guys stopped answering the phone too? Do you not like talking on the phone?
I remember back in the day where I would like talk for hours on the phone. Like now, it sucks so much. Like it takes so much to do that.
I can't do it.
Oh, 30 seconds
and then when
to
I got
a minute
when I got a call like a bill collector or some sort of like matrix thing, like I got a call like
you interact with those people?
No. No, but sometimes you have to. Like once in a while you have to make that call. I'll put it off for like a month. I'll be like, "No, I don't want to do it." And then I'll finally do it.
Right.
But yeah, we all have our flaws, you know what I mean?
Do it.
Carrie says her 18-year-old makes handmade cards. See? And CADSpotter thinks texting is low vibration. See, I think talking on the phone is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm all about text or better yet, if you can communicate what you need in a meme, that's great too.
I think it's just loving detachment is what it is, guys. Like I don't feel an emotional charge I don't feel obliged to give into your emotional charge, right? Like, and that's with everything. I don't mean that to sound like it's just.
No, that's true. That is
you know what I mean? Like it's just what it is. I need to communicate something. You need to communicate it to me. We can't use telepathy yet, so just send me a text. You know,
next best thing.
Why do we need to talk? You know?
Right?
Yeah. So if we talk on the phone, man, you're winning because you
that's
are really winning because I'm not into the phone, dude. Not at all. You. I talk to my mom though. Talk to my mom on the phone.
Do you?
I don't see my mom out there, but hi, Mom. I love you. See, and I do things like that every once in a while. Not very often, but when I do, you know. All right, so I bet you guys want to know what Space Force news we're going into tonight, huh?
Tell us.
Wouldn't that be helpful? Know. All right, we got, let's see. Well, Arizona Cooks Starlink. It's cooking me, so that doesn't surprise me at all. It's cooking my basil plant, too, and I rely on that plant. I use it every day. Like that plant, we have a relationship, you know? That plant is my companion. Like I get the basil and it gives me love other than just the tree in the yard. So we have an understanding. And yeah, it's cooking. The sun is cooking my basil plant. I can't even get water out of the
satellite
hose.
Dish
I can't
and
even
put it up underneath of there.
I can't even get water out of the hose. It's not hot. I got to go out there at like midnight, which I've been staying up late.
I bet even though the water's got to even be hot. That's
I got to go out there and spray the hose for like 15 minutes at night just to get it cool enough to water the plant.
That's wild.
And
we had a deluge here today.
Okay, so space art to the moon. Iran's next president. Biden's cyber bombshell. Russia provokes the U.S. Incursion by Chinese Air Force. We have Chinese male rats giving birth. Yes, you heard that.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard that. You heard that correctly.
Buddy.
And Subpack Vet just brought up the scammers. Yeah, man, it's the scammers. And you guys wonder why I'm so weird and why I'm so. That's why, you know, I be getting calls from. Now we've got robots calling us, you know, trying to get information. It's a real mess out there. Let me tell you. Physicists observe particles switching between matter and antimatter.
They're
stuff.
trans particles.
mRNA Maylaria Vaccine. Giant arc of galaxies that shouldn't exist. Four-headed. Oh, no, we're going to go into that. We're going to make that a surprise. The four-headed. Yep. McDonald's. McDonald's AI drive-thru. Energy companies adjusting smart thermostats. See? What can I say?
I don't trust that
Don't be
smart
buying the
house
smart
stuff.
nothing. If it's smart, don't get it. You want stupid
I like
appliances.
stupid.
That's right.
Stupid appliances.
We got Like Microdrones. I've been talking about that for years. It's great. We finally have sauce. A new way to detect ET life. Academia looks at UAPs. Well, that's about time, right? Should have been doing that all along. Lawmakers react to classified UFO briefings. And you know the drill. So much more. We don't have a new commercial from Uncle Pops yet. It's not Uncle Pops' fault. It's our fault. But since we don't have our new commercial from Uncle Pops, thank you, 8 Virtues. And thank you, Carrie Lake, for your cookie and your shades. And thank you, Deja Vu Q, for your gold pill donation. Thank you so much. Where was I?
Thank you. We don't have a new commercial.
We don't have a new
it's
commercial.
Completely our fault.
So guess what, Foil? Hit it.
Whee!
Here we go.
All right, guys. I know I give you guys this lecture every week, but really, if you want to support us, one of the best things that you can do right now is to not just support us, but to support free speech platforms in general. And yes, I'm talking about Pill.net and Foxhole, and I'm definitely talking about the Rockfin. Okay, Laura, if you'd kindly like to show our viewers,
Yes,
we've got some on over on Rockfin. Rockfin is great. There are a ton of good content creators there. There's a variety of content there, and for the low price of $9.99 a month, you can get not only our premium content, but you can get premium content for the entire platform. It's definitely a win-win, and we definitely win over here. That's what we do. Rockfin is like our Patreon, guys. So if you really are, you can go over and make the free account for sure. Do that. You get access to all the free content on the platform, and there is a ton of it. But if you're feeling froggy and you want to subscribe either through my channel or through 1 Foot in 5D, we are both over there on Rockfin. It's growing quickly. We love it. The platform is great. You can go ahead and subscribe through our channel. You pay the $9.99 a month. We keep the majority of that money, which is nice. And not only that, like I said, you get access to everybody else's premium content as well. So please support free speech, support Space Force News, support us. Go over and make the free account. And if you want to do a Patreon-like donation, feel free to jump over there and do that as well.
Well, I was going to show the BeardVet, site, but you were...
Yeah. Don't forget about BeardVet, right? For all your manly grooming needs and any kind of special meat rubs that you might like. I see their 14th Hour Foundation is their charity of the month. If you guys don't know this yet, a portion of every purchase that you make at beardvet.com goes to their veteran charity of the month. So it's a veteran-run company. They donate to veterans. It helps them. It helps us. There are a ton of good products. Use promo code SFN at checkout for 10% off. And then anything over $35 is free shipping anyway. It's great. Whoop, whoop, right? They got awesome t-shirts. The memery on Twitter over there is great. So it's a great company. Great way to support us.
Thank you, Loco Breeze. Thank you, Desert Fire, for the cookie. And thank you, Chris Hawkins, for the ship. Much appreciated, guys. All right.
Oh, yes, Starstream. Thank you for reminding me. Starstream had said that he would pay for 2 months for 3 different people to join Premium on Rockfin. Email me if you're interested at loyaltothefoil.com, loyaltothefoil@protonmail.com, right? If one of the mods wants to drop that in there. Yes, Successful Sarah, be sure to rub your meat. It's very important.
Yes, be sure and rub your meat, always.
Yeah, you got to. Otherwise,
yes, make sure it's well lathered. Leah Worth says, Speaking Easy show a bit ago, and he said the DDoS attacks are happening. I have no way to confirm, but
currently?
Well, that's what she's saying. Hey, we got some interesting space weather tonight to go into too, you guys. It's getting crunk on planet Earth. There's something going on.
Man,
something. There's some stuff going on, is all I got to say. So we'll be going into that later in the show. All right, on that note, I think we should get into the Space Force news. What do you think, Foil?
Break it down.
Should we do that? All right, well, let's do it then.
Space Force.
All right. U.S. Space Force Academy, Raymond weighs in. Okay. At least one. I need one of those, these ones, the whatever.
The mic, the boom.
Yeah, I need one of those.
Drop down,
Mom
right?
said knock you out. Right. At least one U.S. senator has expressed interest establishing a new service academy dedicated to the fledgling service branch. Tommy Tuberville floated the idea June 17th. During a Senate Armed Services Committee hearing pressing Chief of Space Operations General Raymond on the topic. Raymond, however, said he didn't think such an institution was necessary at this point. I think one of the things is, as an independent service, you have to develop your own people, Raymond said. On the officer side, we only bring in about 300 or so folks a year. I'm very comfortable that the Air Force Academy is developing those people for us. Space Force has only existed as an independent service branch since December 2019, and no plans for a service academy were included in the service's initial proposal. So yeah, won't be doing that anytime soon. Quickly on this topic, military installation in West Oahu received a new name Wednesday to reflect its role in the newly formed U.S. Space Force. I never could pronounce Hawaiian names when I lived there, ever. And imagine doing that with no smartphone, trying to get around with no smartphone to use the GPS and not being able to pronounce a Nair Hawaiian name to save your life, So it came down to Malka or,
Is it Kaina Point?
Thank you, Share Within, for the can. Kaina? Kaina? Might be Kaina. No. I think I'm going to go Kanea. Do we have an Islander in the chat?
China, right?
Like they're like, what are they gonna do? Spell it out for us, stuff so we get it. Right. Okay. So we're gonna go with Kanea. We're gonna go with Kanea Point Satellite Tracking Station has been renamed to Kanea Point Space Force Station. It's cool. Signs are changing. Things are moving on up. The military facility is home to one of the 8 remote satellite tracking stations and the Satellite Control Network. Satellite Control Network. Well, that sounds really promising, doesn't it?
Dum dum dum.
Officials said the station will house Detachment 3, which is the 21st Space Operations Squadron and has been operational for more than 60 years. The detachment is in charge of supporting more than 185 satellites, performing mission operations around the world. Their mission includes spaceflight communications, reconnaissance, navigation, weather, and ballistic missile early warning. The site was renamed during a ceremony held on Wednesday. And since we're on the topic of Father's Day and dads and all that, I don't know if the inspector's watching, but Inspector, if you're watching, happy Father's Day. He never watches.
Yes, happy
but just in
Father's
case he
Day,
is,
Inspector.
Happy Father's Day, Inspector. Yes. All right, so lawmakers question Space Force technology investments. U.S. Space Force technology investments was one of the topics discussed June 16th at a hearing of the House Armed Services Committee, which held a 3-hour session to review the Department of the Air Force budget request. Chairman Adam Smith noted that this is the first year Space Force has control of its own budget process and raised some concerns about the proposal. The Biden administration is seeking $17.4 billion for the Space Force in fiscal year 2022, more than a $2 billion increase compared to 2021. The Pentagon says more money is needed to counter offensive weapons developed by China and Russia to destroy or disable U.S. satellites. Smith said his committee agrees that the Space Force has to invest in a new capabilities to defend U.S. satellites, but he is concerned that the budget funds mostly legacy programs and not enough cutting-edge technologies. Similar comments were made last month by Rep. Jim Cooper, chairman of the HASC Strategic Forces Subcommittee. Cooper questioned why billions of dollars in the Space Force budget are for satellites that the vice chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Hyten, criticized for being too big and expensive, making them attractive targets for enemies. We have to shift to a new architecture. We have to modernize our forces, Raymond said. The capabilities that we have in space today are exquisite. They're the best in the world. They're expensive, but they're not defendable. Raymond said one of the priorities for Space Force is to support growing military demands for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. The Air Force relies on large spy craft to monitor the battlefield, but these platforms are vulnerable to air defense missiles. He said the Space Force plans to invest in space-based ISR. The Space Force and the Air Force are working to develop small radar satellites to track moving objects on the ground. The project had been classified, but Raymond pushed to disclose its existence to allow more participants from the commercial space industry. Yeah, buddy.
Woohoo.
Yeah, buddy. Okay, so on that note, I think we will be jumping into SpaceX now. That's it for Space Force.
King of Mars.
There's not a whole lot going on right now with Space Force, but there will be soon.
Right.
The King of Mars. King of Mars. Here we go. All right, let me just turn this sound on here so I don't forget it when the time comes. Thank you, Miracle Girly, for the shades. You ladies have become the experts in space news for me. Well, we appreciate that.
Well, thanks.
Thank you, Miracle Girly. All right, SpaceX. You know, our favorite evil overlord that we have to report on. Man.
It is kind of compelling.
Dude. All right, I think I'm going to summarize this one, though, because it's just not... Okay. FAA defends SpaceX in front of Congress despite unauthorized Starship launch. So the leader of the Federal Aviation Administration's Space Office defended Elon Musk, SpaceX, in a congressional hearing on Wednesday. Asked about SpaceX violating its FAA launch license with the test flight Starship prototype rocket SN8 in December, FAA Associate Administrator Wayne Montith defended the company. We would not have cleared them to start flight operations again had I not been confident that they had modified their procedures effectively and addressed the safety culture issues that we saw. The The leader of the Federal Aviation Administration Space Office defended Elon Musk's SpaceX in front of Congress. I don't need to really do that, I think.
It's surprising. They were throwing such a fit about his launch, and then they go in there and stand up and defend it.
Yeah, I think there's a...
They better. You know, they put all their hopes and dreams on this guy.
Despite Montes' reported previous internal criticism of the company, he defended SpaceX as well as the FAA's decision to allow further flights of its Starship prototype rockets. We would not have cleared them to start flight operations had I not been confident they had modified their procedures effectively and addressed the safety culture issues that we saw. That's really all that's important in that. In that article. Safety culture issues. Safety culture issues. All right.
Sounds important.
Texas authorities threaten SpaceX with legal action over beach closures and private security. SpaceX received a warning from District Attorney in Texas this week, warning that the company could be violating several state laws by shutting down public beaches for extended periods of time and using unlicensed security guards to ward people off public roads. The discrepancy centers on SpaceX's activities in South Texas, where the company... Texas ain't having it, dude. They are not having... Don't mess with Texas.
Yeah, but I mean...
Yeah.
He left California,
well, you better follow the rules there in Texas.
He's just claiming public lands and putting security. That's called a takeover, man.
I already know. The discrepancy centers on SpaceX's activities in South Texas, where the company has taken over large plots of land near Boca Chica Beach in order to build and test massive rocket prototypes of the rocket that CEO Elon Musk envisions will one day carry the first humans to Mars. The frequent road closures and traffic jams SpaceX has brought to the area, as well as the explosive rocket testing mishaps that have littered the local beaches with shrapnel, have often rubbed local residents and environmental activists the wrong way. Now the district attorney of Cameron County, which encompasses Boca Chica Beach, is warning SpaceX that its actions could make the company and possibly employees subject to arrest and prosecution, according to the June 11th letter obtained by CNN Business. On the note, Cameron County District Attorney Louis Salins alleged that members of his staff, while investigating complaints from a resident about the behavior of SpaceX private security personnel on June 9th, encountered a man wearing a tactical bulletproof vest who approached, stopped, and detained them for attempting to access a public roadway. Wow. Wow, you're going all in.
Damn, right?
What? Stopped and detained them for attempting to access a public roadway near SpaceX manufacturing facilities. Hey, he got really upset about homeboy going over there and raiding the pad not too long ago, so he went into overdrive on this one, huh?
Right.
Sanos' letter states that the county had not authorized a road closure at the time, and his staff later found out the security guard who detained them was not licensed by the Texas Department of Public Safety, as is required by state law.
Oh, boy.
While SpaceX is a valued member of our community, this does not authorize SpaceX, its employees, staff, agents, and or contractors to disregard Texas state law. The letter states, also, be advised if this conduct were to happen again, not only could the individual SpaceX employee, contractor, agent be subject to arrest and prosecution, but as a Texas business entity, SpaceX could be prosecuted as well. Wah, wah, wah.
Right? Some person says they just bought the local shooting range.
Oh. Okay. Whoops. What local shooting range are we talking? Are we talking about where's this local shooting range in Texas or in Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh, in Texas.
No. Yeah, it's got to be in Texas, right?
Well, he better hire the police to run things over there because it looks like if he keeps hiring his muscle men, there's going to be a real problem.
Right. Can I get that job?
SpaceX's Starlink internet shuts down from overheating in Arizona. Man waters the satellite dish to fix it.
Dun dun dun.
Clown world. Who does that?
Hey.
Like, my dish is overheated. I'm going to water it. Since when do you water electronics?
Apparently it worked.
Well, I know, but still.
It's got to be 104 degrees or something or less or some snap. I remember
an Arizona beta user of Starlink internet service from SpaceX, a company headed by Elon Musk, was recently forced to resort to an unconventional method to get back online after a satellite dish overheated and went into a thermal shutdown. Following the service disruption, the Starlink app displayed an error message that read offline. Thermal shutdown. Well, imagine that. Overheated. Starlink will reconnect after cooling down. This could be a problem. Only new in Arizona, he posted on Reddit. The user, who goes by the account name Society Tomorrow on the platform, wrote that the temperature in the state was 112 degrees Fahrenheit and that he was knocked off the internet for 7 hours due to the shutdown. When the user reached out to Starlink's customer service support, they said Dishy will go into thermal shutdown at 122.
Dishy.
Dishy, and will restart when it reaches 104. The user said If what customer support service said was true, then he will have to switch away, highlighting a critical drawback of the satellite internet from SpaceX. But the solution he employed to get back online is what kept the discussion going. Here's what seems to have worked out for him. Well, this is about the dumbest thing that actually worked. I pointed a spike down sprinkler at Dishy, and once it turned on, I immediately heard YouTube resume playback. Well, we wouldn't want the YouTube to go down, would we?
I know, God forbid.
I mean, it's worth watering the satellite. I'm just saying, just why not? Take a shot. Thank you, Belushi, for the cookie. And thank you, Stax. Thank you, Stax, for the gold pills.
Much love, guys.
Let's see. So, water-cooled internet nice was among the many reactions the workaround got. Yeah, wow. So that's, really interesting, isn't it? What's going on here? All right. Elon Musk SpaceX will reportedly send space art to the moon and sell it through Dogecoin. I just love that little Doge guy. Isn't he cute?
Oh, I'm a fan.
The look on his face. No, it's just the look on his face.
I know. He is super cute.
Thank you for the tacos, guys. What did I do to deserve tacos? I'm getting tacos. Right? I don't know what I did, but that's cool. In May, Elon Musk SpaceX secured a deal with the Canadian engineering firm Geometric Energy Corporation to launch the Dogecoin-based Doge-1 CubeSat to the moon. Now it transpires that the launch will include space art to be sold as NFTs via Dogecoin. In a bid to further tie the worlds of art and cryptocurrencies together, SpaceX and GEC will be reportedly launching space art into space by securing it onto the CubeSat itself. The art itself comes in the form of space plaques, courtesy of Geometric Labs and Geometric Gammon Corporation under the cryptocurrency token project names Rho, Beta, Kappa, Gamma, and Z. In a release, the PR firm connected to the venue posted that the project opens up the possibility that the art could be programmable. Oh, this is great. Programmable art. Changeable or even streamed back to Earth. For now, this is all there is to know, but in short, it seems that SpaceX and GEC will be launching space art to the moon that's purchasable and funded by Dogecoin under the Doge-1 mission.
Moon.
To the moon, man.
To the moon.
To the moon. All right.
I'm a fan of that.
All right, guys, so that concludes Space Force and SpaceX. We will now be moving on to defense with Loyal to the Foil.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. These people better come on with something after June 25th. I'm telling you, I'm going to be pissed.
You already know what it is.
I'm going to rant. I already know what's going to... I know, but it's still... I can hope. We can meditate on it.
You what it is.
Hey, I forgot to thank Super Chats from last show.
Have at it.
Yeah, from YouTube, Summer Sunshine, FCO6, Lemons, Miguelifornia, Detox with Tessa, Julie65, BFOFIA, K Mr. Fox, AOC, Cat Dan, Honest Content, Due Diligence, Greenbeard, and yeah.
Much thanks.
And on that note, Foil, hit it.
Right? So, we have a new president in Iran this week, which means pretty much nothing. So, surprisingly, whether you realize this or not, President Hassan Rouhani, who's been in charge there for a while now, he was actually a moderate. Now we've got an actual hardliner in the presidency there. He studied under their Supreme Ayatollah, which is kind of creepy, and apparently he is slated to be one of the most likely candidates to be the next in line to take over after Khomeini is done dotted.
What do we know about this guy?
I mean, not a whole lot. He was working in their judiciary branch, right? For because there's really no need for that there. But yeah, he was working in their judiciary. I mean, like I said, he studied at some of their, cleric universities. He studied under the Ayatollah. Like he is extremely conservative, even by Iranian standards. Although I don't know that. I don't know that that's going to change the policy much there. It's not like Rouhani was even considering that he was somewhat of a moderate by their standards. I mean, I don't know that there's much more hardcore that those guys could get aside from like just outright attacking countries that they disagree with, which I guess is entirely possible. I also saw, interestingly enough, this week that Russia had agreed to give Iran access to one of their spy satellites. So that's, super helpful. So glad that, we were making headway over there.
Oh, that's good.
In the G7.
That's
Speaking
good.
of the G7 meeting and Putin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the media has lauded, if you want to pull up the next article, the media has literally lauded Biden's performance this week. Even Fox News.
Honestly, it's fake news. It's fake.
It's fake, guys.
Oh.
Even Fox News was giving this guy credit, right? Here's the crazy thing, right? This was like total shenanigans from the beginning. Like, Biden was over there wandering around, lost, like wandering through random cafes. He goes to meet with Putin. Russian security guards would not let our media in, which personally I thought was kind of funny, and definitely our media probably deserved that. But they were like manhandling our media, trying to get into some of these, press conferences and stuff. Biden and Putin meet. And, they agreed, like we talked about last week, they weren't going to have a joint press conference because that would have just put Putin in a position of power. Biden wanted to come out and say his little piece on his own. At one point,
Trump?
Go ahead.
Did you see Trump tweet out his flashcards?
Oh yeah, and the flashcards,
yeah.
Dude. Like this was shenanigans all the way around on our part. It was so bad. Even though you can't really find negative press on this. The dude went in there with like flashcards, and Putin come out and said like, "Oh, Mr. Biden was telling me things his mother said." Like Biden was just in there. Well, my mother used to say, like, we sent freaking Forrest Gump in to do our negotiations. Like, I'm convinced that's what happened.
Oh man.
Right?
Yeah.
Putin called him a career man, which, the media's like, oh, they're saying he has experience. Like, no, bruh, that's not what he meant. They're saying that he's dirty politician. He's a career man. Like, this is just what he does. And, Putin actually gave Trump some applause, said that he came in with new ideas. He was full of energy. He was a good negotiator. Like,
yeah, they're homies.
And
they're total.
Yeah.
Homies.
And then at the same time calls Biden a career man. So I guess the big news is that apparently they did discuss the recent cyber attacks, right? And the agreement that they came to was that within 3 months, that cyber attacks on 16 critical points of infrastructure were to stop, or we would respond in kind with cyber attacks of our own, right? So Biden really went in there and came out pumping this up like he had done something great. Like, dude, you told him he couldn't attack 16 things. Like, what about the other 785 things? Like, is that free game? Is that what we agreed? Like, what are you talking about? It was a nightmare. Yeah. It was a nightmare. But yeah, so within 3 months, all of the cyber attacks he's got 3 months he can attack, he's got 3 months to stop the attacks on these 16 points of critical infrastructure. But until then, whatever. Apparently, this is a win. Okay.
Oh,
so that was kind of a mess, right?
Russia provokes U.S. Oh, sorry. Did you have more on that?
No. We're on this one now. Yeah. What I was going to say is, at the same time this is happening, right before they go into the meeting, right? Because this is how much Biden is respected. Russia launches their biggest war games in I don't even know how long, since the Cold War, 300 miles off the coast of Hawaii. Right? How much disrespect is that? That's like doctor disrespect levels of disrespect. Like, it was right. We didn't even know it was going to happen. We had to scramble jets to go keep an eye on this ruckus off the coast of Hawaii while they're sitting in the meetings.
I heard there's been tons of military stuff going on in Hawaii too, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, you had no clue these dudes was 300 miles off the coast and were about to just, break into war games, like right as you guys are sitting down to have a meeting. Yeah, we're on top of it. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep, just another day.
Right?
Yep. Taiwan reports.
And then,
Taiwan reports largest incursion yet by Chinese Air Force.
Yes, and then almost at the same time that all of this ruckus is going on, China says, you know what? Let's do something big here. They sent their largest incursion force into Taiwan's air defense zone, and I don't know how long, right? Nuclear capable bombers, like 28 aircraft they send into Taiwan's air defense zone while these guys are in Geneva talking about, facing the China threat. The comments that came out of the G7 on China, China came out and was like, they're over there slandering us. That's what they called it. They called it slandering. They're like, they're slandering us. That's it. Launch the planes. And they did. They did. It was the largest daily incursion since the ministry began reporting this stuff, which is crazy. I mean, they're just amping up stepping up the pressure. See what's going to happen, I guess.
Sean Joe, thank you for the can. Well, I believe that concludes Defense Foil, does it not?
Yeah, that was our black pill of the week.
Back by popular demand, guys. We haven't done this in a while. I think maybe you can guess what's about to go down.
Right?
Here we go.
Nature break.
Back by popular demand.
Of the
how could we not?
A subtle affair. To appreciate the complexity
Might want to
of
turn
his
that up,
movements,
Alara.
one must enter the mind of the puffin, like so. Oh, hon, I meant to tell you, last night at Pete's I rolled a full house, right?
Oh.
And I decided to go for it, and I got a Yahtzee.
That's so brave, hon. I always keep the odd numbers. They feel so cozy.
Oh, hold on. This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin.
You're so good at rhyming.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
What are you looking at, hon?
I kind of felt a tingle.
I'll go get the laxatives.
It's different. It's like, this puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin.
Oh, I know what you need. You want to see some boobies?
What, like right now?
Sure, why not?
This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of duty. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of duty. This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin. Just give me the beat now, you puffin freak. This puffin got some stuffing for your puffin muffin. Just give me the beat now, you puffin freak. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of duty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. Alright. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of duty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. Alright. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of duty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. Alright. This booty kitty got a cute booty. Let's take it off like we're on a race of duty. I wanna see boobies like we're in a B-movie. So do you, should we?
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I need socks and I need bin liners.
You mean to use while we're like...
Oh, yeah.
You puffin freak.
Woohoo! Man, you guys earned it, okay? We had to do it. It's been a while. That goes out to all you puffin freaks out there.
Right.
We love you guys. We had to do it.
We do.
It's been a while, and we thought we gotta play the Puffin Freak song.
Yeah,
because we
it's
gotta
time.
bring it back. It's time. Yeah, actually, Foil pulled rank. She was like, "Yep, we're playing the Puffin song." I was like, "Oh, all right, man, cool."
It's puffin time.
It's about that time. It's Puffin time. All right.
Right.
So, yeah. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the Puffin Freak. Now the Puffin jokes. May the Puffin jokes commence now.
All right. Just give me the beat now.
You puffin freak. I mean, that song
Right.
is though.
You
That
have
song
to. If somebody says "give me the beak," you have to complete the sentence now.
Just give me the beat now. I mean,
Right.
it's a great
Puffin
tune.
freak.
It is. I'm glad we brought it back, guys. I think they're happy too. Yeah, they're excited. They were dancing. They're loving it. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Divine Fractal. We love you guys. So we played
It
the
was
Puffin song.
time.
It was time. All right, so where are we now on science? I believe we're on science.
Science.
Science time. Science! All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, starting right off with the weird stuff.
Yeah, we're going straight into the woo.
Right, scroll
not
down
even
to that weird graph they have, that weird pictograph thing down there. I don't know why this makes me think of the Human Centipede, okay? And for those of you that have not seen that movie, don't ever watch it. It's freaking horrible. So Chinese scientists got male rats to give birth by conjoining them with females, and they transplanted a uterus into the male rats, okay? Now, can you see where this is going? Can you see where this, because at some point they're going to say, oh, you know, male humans can give birth. Male humans that maybe transformed themselves. So what they did was they conjoined a male and a female rat together and had them share blood. They grafted the uterus. They grafted a uterus into the male, right? Implanted an embryo from another female. And this thing actually grew, you know, by sharing the blood. They're sharing the hormones. They're sharing the nutrients. They were, you know, they're sharing. Imagine these two poor rats sewn together like this for however long.
Oh, that's
rat
terrible.
Gestation
They're
is.
sewn together.
Okay? They were, like the Human Centipede, dude. It was horrible. But they got this male birth to give rat.
They got
right?
this.
I mean, they had to give it a
just say, Foil?
They got the male rat to give birth.
I don't think you said it like that. You said it to give rat.
Male
you said the birth to give rat.
Yeah, that too.
You said the birth to give rat. Mm-hmm.
They did. They had a male birth to give rat. They did. They certainly did. I mean, it's just crazy. They had to give it a C-section, right? They gave it a C-section, delivered the little rat baby from the male, and now it can grow up in a, you know, society of confusion like the rest of us. I guess that's fair.
Perfect.
Right?
That's awesome.
Freaking mad scientists, man.
Yeah.
Like, how was this a good, I mean, this was in China, but don't think we're not funding equally stupid stuff over here, like lizards on treadmills or whatever.
Right. So just so you know, the dragon you sent me, so you got me all excited and stuff. Thank you, Golden Chris, for the can. Hi, Capable. Just so you know, that's the lizard with the wings, Foil. That thing's been around forever. It's not a dragon.
Yeah, I know.
The wings are not attached to the little arms. The wings are little flaps on the back that come out when it jumps, like that one squirrel that jumps.
Yeah, he's like a glider, like a sugar glider, kind of.
Right. It's not a dragon. You got me excited. I thought it was a dragon. Oh my gosh.
You just saw the word dragon, like, yeah. I know, me too, right?
We found a baby dragon. I was so excited.
And then I read the article,
and I was like, oh,
man. Right.
It's just the same old flying lizard with wings.
Whatever my dad saw, right? You know, I don't know what. I'm on the lookout though.
I'm gonna need your dad to get a picture of the South Carolina dragon, or somebody's gonna need a picture.
We need to build a good dragon trap. You know, I mean, I know we can use peanut butter for.
I want to catch.
You know, Bigfoots. But I don't know what we would use for dragons, like, you know, goat meat. Like, I don't know.
I think Kate's surveillance spiders left, but if they were to come back, I would love to catch one of those. Oh. But I'm not sure which kind, because there's different kinds. Some are more physical and some are not. So I'm not sure how to catch that. So, you know, help us out, DARPA. And
right? Yeah. I mean, you guys are doing everything else.
Right. So, I wonder
South
if they Carolina
have a request
dragon
box. No, I wonder if DARPA should have a request box.
We should send them some emails. We still haven't even emailed Space Force. When are we going to get around to emailing DARPA?
We should do that, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I will troll DARPA in an email quickly. Like, guys, you guys are already doing all this crazy shit. Like, can we get, and then just send the request list?
Right.
Like, you guys should, you know, feel free to put in the chat request list for DARPA. Anything you'd like to see DARPA create, and, you know, maybe we'll compile it and email it to them. Just. Sorry, I'm sure they won't shut down our internet.
I didn't see. Look, you got Belushi all excited. He want to see the dragon. It's not a dragon. She's just lost it. I don't know. It wasn't a dragon. You know.
It wasn't a dragon.
Thank God I looked into it before I sent it out.
It was like a sugar glider, like a squirrel with the skin, but it did look kind of like wings a little bit.
This is exciting. Physicists observe particles switch between matter and antimatter. Woohoo!
Yeah, right. They're trans particles.
Scientific
it's great.
Progress. Yeah.
Indeed. With data from the Large Hadron Collider. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they discovered that there's a specific. Well, they figure that most subatomic particles can probably do this.
Oh wait. Babs works across the street from DARPA.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Right? Do they have a mailbox on the outside of the building?
Would you be willing to go ahead and put it in there for us? Yeah.
Can we put our request form in the mailbox?
Would you be willing to walk across the street and do that for us, Thank you, Leah Worth, for the cookie. Mid-show snacks for everyone. Awesome. All right, so continue with the antimatter. My bad.
Okay. No worries. No, I needed to know that, right? So there are particles that will oscillate between being matter and antimatter. It's called superposition, right? The thought experiment, the Schrodinger's cat experiment is an example of superposition. It's a thought experiment, but same principle applies. So in a new discovery, they found that the charm meson, which is a subatomic particle made out of a charm quark and an antiquark, can actually travel as a mixture of their particle and antiparticle states, while simultaneously kind of going between the two, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And they figured this out. They were analyzing the data over at Oxford that they took from the LHC. Normally these things only go a few millimeters before they decay or transform into other particles, but they were able to identify these differences in mass that decided how it was going to end up as a charm or an anti-charm particle, right? I know this sounds kind of heady, but apparently the discovery has potentially enormous implications. Our standard model of particle physics says that the Big Bang should have produced equal amounts of matter and antimatter, right? So in theory, this would mean that both states, matter and antimatter, should have collided in the beginning and annihilated each other, but they didn't. Matter dominates over antimatter. They've been trying to figure this out forever. They think that by further studying the oscillations between the two states of matter, that they may be able to determine, whether they were influenced or if there was some unknown cause, maybe unknown particles that are not predicted by the standard model. So, it gives them a road to tread on.
Kip True says, how do you define antimatter? Is it not there?
It's an opposite state. Like if something has a positive charge, this would have a negative charge. Or it's actually about the spin, I think. Something has a positive spin, something has a negative spin.
Mr. No Clip says all the antimatter...
Definitely beyond my pay grade.
Mr. No Clip says all the antimatter fell into primordial black holes.
Entirely possible.
Yep. Blue, she says, loyal, perhaps they lied.
Who?
It really throws me when people call you loyal. It just throws me for a loop.
Oh, because you call me foil, right?
Who's that? Yeah.
Right.
But it's cool. You can call her loyal. It just throws me for a loop. Okay. So, what are we on to next? Novel vaccine based on mRNA technology shows protection against malaria in animal models. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I spelled malaria all wrong, foil. But it wouldn't be me if I didn't spell at least one word completely wrong.
Right? It's okay. So we're moving forward with mRNA vaccines, and now they have developed a novel vaccine that is using mRNA technology they think that will protect against malaria. At least it has so far in animal models. They're using a protein of Plasmodium falciparum that apparently is what causes the vast amount of malaria deaths globally, and they're getting an active immune response. Instead of just injecting, they're doing the same thing they did with the Ronavax. Instead of just injecting a host with the protein directly, they've used mRNA in a liquid or in a lipid nanoparticle shell to carry it in and help make the spike proteins reproduce on their own by changing the coding of the cell, right? So I guess they won't be needing HCQ to treat malaria very soon either. Imagine that.
Wow.
I'll just leave it at that.
This is where it's going, huh?
Mm-hmm.
mRNA. Okay, that's great.
That's the thing.
I don't know. Maybe we'll figure some things out long before that gets out of hand. Giant arc stretching 3.3 billion light years across the cosmos shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
But it does. There's a lot of things that exist that
does.
shouldn't exist. All right.
Man, so many things.
Yeah.
Right? So there's something called the cosmological principle that holds that that matter should be, for the most part, distributed equally throughout the universe. Only they're finding that that's not so much the case. I don't know if you can really see it in this picture. If you can see, it's about in the middle of the picture that's up
in the
there.
middle of that one, or another picture?
No, the picture you had up, right in the middle of that picture. There is an arc. Can you see it? It's like a line.
Right here, this guy?
Yes. Wait,
right.
let me see. Yeah. No. It's going horizontally across the page.
This is the only one I see going up.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle going up. I don't see one in the oh, this?
It arcs up on either side, horizontally in the middle. That thing actually is stretching about 3.3 billion light years. It's probably one of the largest known structures in the universe, and it's really making, astronomers question some of their most basic precepts. Like I said, like the cosmological principle. They're calling it the giant arc. It's all galaxies and galactic clusters, and it's maybe 9 billion light years away from us, but it stretches across a 15th of the observable universe. So this thing is freaking huge. But as they said, it should not be there. These things are way too close together. They're almost in a perfect arc right in the middle of the page. It's almost the entire picture that it stretches across. So they're going to have to revamp their assumptions about the distribution of matter in the universe at this point.
Divine Fractal's heated. She says that is totally wrong. Matter is not distributed evenly. It never will be. It is a fractal universe, and they are so dumb.
Yes,
I hope I reenacted that just right, Divine Fractal. Hope I gave that justice. Thank you, Woke One, for the can.
Was that how she would say it?
No, probably not, but I gave it a shot. Probably could have done better. I wasn't channeling my Divine Fractal energy quite right, but
right. Well, you did good. And no, apparently that's what they're figuring out. As a matter of fact, from the articles we pulled today, it seems like a lot of their suppositions are being challenged at every turn.
All right. Well, we are doing phenomenal on time tonight. You know that, Foil? We're doing really. I'm really proud of us. Yeah, I'm super proud of us.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, are we doing that good that you're proud?
Yeah. Well, we have a lot of articles too. I know normally I criticize, huh? It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists unravel mystery of, how do you say this guy's name?
Echidna.
Echidna? Are you sure about that?
Oh, yeah, okay. I checked.
Scientists unravel mystery of Echidna's bizarre four-headed... Did I say it?
Womp, womp, womp. Yeah, he's got a four-headed wang, guys.
He's got a four-headed willy. Yeah.
He does. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Scroll down.
We're not going to show a picture of his willy.
Why are we not? This is the whole point of the article, dude. If we can't talk freely about weird
I
penises,
could have went my whole life and not seen
News.
that, dude. Why did you make me scroll the picture, man?
Look, I mean,
you're such a troll.
We're here.
Foil.
We're talking about science, Alara. This is science, and it's important.
You saw what happened on the conspiracy couch when this thing got too natured out. Alara done lost it. She started cracking up. She couldn't even sit in the chair.
Look at that thing, though. That's not fair.
I'm not looking at it again. Right? Do you guys want to look at it again? I'm guessing you don't. Okay, so one, if you want to see, how do you say that guy's name again?
An echidna.
One, if you want to see the echidna penis again. Two, if you do not. Two, if you do not.
While you're deciding.
One, if you do. Two, if you do not. Please.
While you're deciding, apparently.
I don't want to see it.
No. Come on.
Let us know.
They want to see it.
Oh, they want to see it. Oh, man. I'm not looking. I'll show you guys, but I'm not looking. Stony Joe says for science. Yeah, for science.
Apparently, there are 4 species of echidnas that, in addition to platypuses, make up this group known as monotremes, right? And apparently the members, they lay eggs, but they also produce milk, which is kind of weird. They're a really weird group of beings. Right, but they've never really understood exactly how this thing's wang works.
All right, there it is. Was that enough? I'm not doing it again. I hope you guys got it all in. I hope you soaked it all in that, 2 seconds.
Apparently, it has 4 separate heads on it, right? And only 2 of them are used. They can alternate between which 2 they use at any given time, which is kind of weird.
Oh, that's great.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you, Miracle Girlie. Did you ladies see the dragon they found in Asia? Small one, a lizard with wings. Small dragon. See? Miracle
That's
Girl.
the one.
Yeah, see, that's the dragon we were talking about.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Alara, yeah, told me that I was being silly.
It's just the flying lizard. It's not really a dragon. Hi, Mr. C. Good to see you. Yeah. So,
yeah.
you know.
So,
back
how
to
about
the
this?
four-headed penis topic.
Yeah, they don't use this thing. They're only used for sexual reproduction. They actually don't use it for any kind of urination or anything. They have a cloaca, right? Which is just like a multi-use hole where everything comes out.
Well, that's great.
They just figured this
Thank
all
you,
out.
Philly
I
Q,
figured
for
we
the
should
hook
cover
cookie. It's great. Well, you learn something new every day. Lots of
We have the
beautiful
weirdest
in God's
creatures on
creation.
Earth, right? We have such a variety of creatures on Earth, and they're sewing rats together because there's nothing interesting enough down here for them to be worried about.
I think that's the end of science. Russo 202. I think it's the end of science. Is it not the end of science? Are we on tech?
Right? Yeah, we are on tech.
I think we're on tech. Technology.
See, Dawn Has Broken says it's actually interesting. You know, Elise Brown said, her life, or she needed to know this, and Fearless says his life is now complete.
Well, that's great. We aim to please,
You
guys.
know, I like to find weird stuff for us to talk about, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, the weird stuff is good.
Recently posted,
There was something weird about that one. I just couldn't look at it. But other than that, yeah, I love the weird stuff. It is super weird, dude.
Weird.
So McDonald's AI drive-thru.
Yeah. Oh, scroll down. There's a TikTok that you can click on.
I was gonna get us in
or
trouble.
maybe it's right at the top. No, it shouldn't.
Oh,
as a matter of fact, it's like
No,
6
it's not.
paragraphs down. It says, but then a
Oh,
TikToker
man.
called Soupmaster documented her experience.
It is
Click on
not
it so they
down
can
there.
see.
It's not down there.
Scroll up.
It is not.
Go
there.
down like 6 paragraphs. I wanted it to be clever. Number 1,
This?
2, after all.
Soupmaster.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
Can you click on it? I don't know. It's hyperlinked in the article.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there
look,
you
look,
go.
look. Here we go. Let's check it out.
Welcome to McDonald's. We're currently serving a limited menu, so please review the menu before ordering. Let me know what I can get for you.
Can I get 2 medium Oreo McFlurries?
All right. Would you like anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Your total will be $6.58. Please pull forward.
The robots are taking over, guys.
Isn't that creepy? Doesn't it just sound like some horrible dystopian, like...
What happens if you're like me and you're like, I don't want onions and I want it needs to be
I don't know.
vegetarian.
What happens if you
and
make
is
it-
it
yeah.
hold on, is it that Impossible Burger or is it the kind that's got the beans and the corn
Right.
in it? Because if you can see what's in it and it's the beans and the corn,
I need
then I want
gluten-free
it.
bread.
Then I want it. If it's not, if it's the Impossible Burger or it looks like it could be meat or maybe it's meat and it's that kind that you get over here, then I'm not
Right,
having
with
it.
the heme.
I wonder
right,
if
does
the
it
AI
have the
will
heme?
process that. I'm gonna try it. Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh, you see that?
yeah, it's glitching out. You started talking smack
we're
about the
glitching
AI,
out.
dude.
It's pissed. Look, we're not
Oh,
mad.
no.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
not
wondering
making
if you
fun
can
of you.
process my order, buddy. That's all. Okay, I'm a complicated human entity, and I'm wondering if you can process my order. That's all. It gets complex, you know, especially if it's at McDonald's, which that would never happen. But
Right. Here's the thing.
oh,
They better
Capable
quit
says
crying about $15 an hour. That's all I'm saying.
Capable says McDonald's had human meat found in one of their factories.
Yes, multiple times.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And horse meat.
I'm horrified that I ever used to eat that.
I know, right?
I mean, just
never.
horrified.
I don't go to any of those, like Burger King. None of that. Mm-mm.
But even to this day, every once in a while, I'm like, McDonald's fries sounds really good, you know?
Oh, guess who grows most of the McDonald's fries?
Go ahead. What? It's bad.
Bill Gates.
See? There's something
Bill
in the
Gates.
fries.
You can see his potato fields that go directly to McDonald's from space. Learned that this week.
It's all bad, guys. Stay away. Don't do the McDonald's. Just under no circumstances.
Bill
Don't.
Gates is growing their fries, and they've got robots taking your order.
I gotta
right?
do that. Guys, should I do it? I'm gonna go to McDonald's and videotape it. And go through the AI drive-thru.
Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, creepy.
Not like any vegetarian or vegan would ever go there and order a burger.
Try to
I'm
make
gonna
it
do
mad.
just
See
for
what
fun.
happens.
Okay.
Right.
I'll do it.
Please wait while we contact a human service representative.
We're gonna have to contact a human being. Hold on just a moment. Right? Let's see what happens. I'm gonna tape it. Sounds
Or does
fun.
it get mad and just give you some messed up stuff?
I don't know. We gotta figure out what I'm gonna order too. That should be interesting. That's gonna be fun. We definitely got to do that. Okay, so what are we on to now? Are we done with the AI drive-thru?
Yeah, that I just wanted to show the crazy.
Okay, so we got.
I'm all about showing the crazy this week. That's all.
All right, we don't need to play that again. Okay. Can't take the heat. Texans report energy companies adjusting smart thermostats.
Oh yeah,
see?
buddy. Yeah, buddy.
They're taking over.
Do you remember that X-Files? I think it was from the reboot where like Mulder and Scully, her smart house, like the AI got mad at her at a restaurant and then it transferred itself to her house and just wrecked shop. Yeah, right. Now this isn't quite that bad, but apparently in the midst of this heat wave, customers were realizing that their thermostats were being changed. Now, they had signed up for some like energy management program, like some sort of super savers program through ERCOT, which is the same company that had frozen all those people when the freeze came, right? Shut everything down. Well, now, to save on electricity, because these people thought they were signing up for some savings program, super saver program, they were manipulating their home thermostats from their office, setting them to 78 degrees in the heat wave. Right? It was a power partner program. Apparently, they offered them $110 rebate. If they had a smart thermostat. They didn't realize that meant they were giving control of their thermostat to the company. So that's when you buy these smart devices. Understand they can be externally manipulated. This stuff was like fine print for them. Yeah,
they're all going to take over. This is why when I go to the store,
robot uprising.
I go to the store. I don't like using the self-checkout. I'm going to make a human being ring my stuff out.
Oh, I do.
Especially at the price you're charging me for all this food. You're going to ring
I'm not bagging my own groceries.
Right.
Right.
Like sometimes I'll do it if there's but they'll have like two people working and I'm like, no, I'm going to wait in the line. And if I have the time, I'm going to be like, oh, waiting in the line, just singing away. Right. I only get into that self-checkout if it's like an emergency and I have like 3 things and I'm not trying to wait in that line. Like, because that's my way of standing up. Like, this is retarded. You guys are going to have everything. That's where it's going, guys. Everything's going to be automated. You will have no human interaction at all, ever, unless you go out of your way to
You'll walk in, and they have places now. You walk in, and you don't even scan your items. When you pick it up, when you go out of the store, it reads what you have and just automatically charges your phone, charges your accounts for it.
We're going to get more and more isolated and weird, people. So find your friends. Find your friends
locally.
Find your friends in your neighborhood. Find your friends and meet up with your friends. Go do normal human stuff. Because this is going to make you super not normal if you don't start meeting up with real friends and real 3D life in your neighborhood.
Listen, did you see the video this week of the dude in the Walgreens on the bike with the trash bag just stealing a bunch of stuff?
Oh, and they let him go. The guy that they let go.
They let him go, right?
Because if it's under 1,000, they can't charge you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. They won't charge you now. Right, they decriminalized it. So I mean, imagine when they got the you ain't gonna be able to steal nothing. They're gonna scan your person when you go in and when you go out. And know what you have.
Yep.
Right.
It's true.
But go ahead. Keep bringing on the robot uprising, people.
Yeah. Well, Leah says I just tell them no thanks. I don't work here. I'm gonna try that line.
Right.
I'm gonna try that line. And what's funny, guys? The machine yells at you the whole time too, like. Put the item in the bag.
Right.
Scan your shopper card now. What do you mean scan it now? Why do I have to scan it right now? Why can't I scan it when I'm done ringing my stuff? Like what? Right. But it'll bark at you like scan it now. Scan it. I'm like, just because of that, I won't scan it now. I'll scan it later.
Like, you can wait, right?
Well, you're gonna wait.
Frightening me. There were he says the X-Files reboot was the Spartan alien virus. Yes, but there were also standalone episodes that they had for those few seasons, and one of them was that they went out to eat and the robots got mad because they didn't tip, I think. So.
Thank you, Texas Q Patriot. You see where it's going? I mean, the assimilated people, they'll be fine. They'll get right into the groove.
This is super convenient.
They'll give them some kind of, they'll hit them with something to make them vibe out, kind of feel cool in their level of the game that they're locked into. You know what I mean, or whatever. Like I would imagine. But for the rest of us, it's not going to be pleasant. You got to retain your humanity, people. You got to retain your humanity. We're surrounded by robots now. They're everywhere. And on that note of being surrounded being surrounded by robots, we have Air Forces developing
right.
Air Forces developing bird-like microdrones with flapping wings. So now, when little insects fly up to you, you get to wonder, is it really an insect?
I'm pretty sure now they're saying that there was a patent there was a patent granted in 2014 to create these special wings that they could put to give it like insect-like movement or bird-like movement to these little tiny microdrones. But I'm telling you, I had seen a few years ago a small mosquito-like metallic drone that was capable of extracting bodily fluid or possibly injecting. It had a proboscis like a normal mosquito, and in its proboscis, it could either extract a sample or inject a sample, right? Mm-hmm. And this was, man, I know I've gone off on Twitter about this before. This was several years ago I saw this. Well, now they're saying that, now they're developing these military micro drones that can, flap their wings and change their wing beat mid-flight, and that they're going to be using them soon, in the battlesphere, apparently. So this company, Arion Health, has prototyped a mini air vehicle that can imitate either insect or bird flight and has the ability to change velocity without the support of a high-powered computer. They could use this for surveillance, in the field or in military bases, or to stake out targets before personnel or other aircraft get to the battlefield.
Do the little flies have eyes? Can they see? Of course they do, right?
Oh, they can put the little cameras on them, yeah, for sure. For sure, little pinhole, little tiny, absolutely. Yeah, they could probably, man. What movie was I watching where they had, and it was just this tiny little thing, but it could carry enough explosive that if they rammed it into your head, it could explode, and that would be enough to do the deed to you. Like I am certain they could probably do that as well.
Oh, this is an interesting rabbit hole we're going down right now. This is great.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, we talk about the killer robots every once in a while. Apparently, this effort was made possible by the Office of Research and Technology Applications at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Oh, imagine that.
Dun dun dun.
Imagine that. Right?
Right.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yep.
Right.
We're on the same page, Foil. I'm with you. You know what I mean?
We are.
Yep. Alrighty.
Indeed.
So let's see. What are we on to now?
This is actually kind of an interesting one.
All right. Scientists develop new way to detect life on other planets. Oh,
yes.
Something isn't working. Try to refresh the page again.
Right. If it won't pop up, I can just give you the.
Okay, I got it.
The skinny of it. Okay. So this is kind of, like on Star Trek when like Captain Picard would be like, #1, scan for life signs or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, now apparently they have developed a machine that can actually scan for life signs.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
The question is how
they just developed it.
Yeah, right. They just developed it, and apparently this one can only work, from a distance of like 2 kilometers, but they think that they can amp this up and figure out how to make it scan, over vast distances, which would be kind of cool. I mean, apparently,
amp it up.
Right, they can amp it up.
Yeah.
And they can scan for cells of living organisms. I mean, like DNA. You know what I mean? That they could do this from a distance. It's the MRMOS project, right? And this is happening at the University of Bern in Switzerland. For a minute there, they were only able to get it to work they had to hover over an area, and it took them several minutes to be able to get the proper scans. Now they can do it from moving at 70 miles an hour. They're able to do this out of a helicopter at a distance of 2 kilometers. They can scan and see if there's any organic matter, any kind of life signs at all down there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're winning there.
Yeah, they say that when light is reflected by biological matter, part of the light's electromagnetic waves either will travel in a clockwise or counterclockwise spiral, right? It's called circular polarization, and it's caused by biological matter's homochirality, right? These spirals of light are not produced by abiotic, non-living nature. So now they will be like a street won't show up, but grass will show up, and they can even determine if it's grass. They can determine if it's tree. They can, they get the measurements on these swirls, and they can determine what kind of organic matter it is, which is actually pretty.
Will it tell
cool.
you if something's organic or inorganic? Like, could I use the little scanner to tell me if the bugs that are near me are actually real bugs or not?
Well, it won't read them, and then you'll know.
And then I'll know. There we go. I want me a scanner then.
Right.
I want me a scanner to detect the AI bugs coming out.
Scan for life signs, Alara.
Yeah. No life signs, then it gets shot down.
Yep, I'm with it.
Oh, I hope the screen doesn't glitch out again for me saying that.
Don't threaten the overlords, Alara.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay, and on that note, I guess we will go into disclosure and then UFOs.
Boop, boop.
Disclosure. People be like, why is there a puffin in there? I don't know. It's just a thing on this show. It's just a thing.
Right.
I don't know.
Just give me the beak now.
Why? Puffin, why? We don't know. It just happened. It happened, and
happens.
we just rolled with it,
Right.
Yeah. Chris Hawkins says the murder hornets.
There's apparently a new species of murder hornet they discovered in Washington State this week. I didn't include that. I considered it.
Well, that's great.
But yeah, it's always great.
Of course, we need new murder hornets. We're kind of running out of stuff lately. Yeah, and we don't have the fake invasion yet, so we need murder hornets. New murder hornets. New and improved murder hornets.
New and improved.
Physicists take a serious look at unidentified aerial phenomena. Academia has been slow to take up the subject, possibly for fear of ridicule, but even that is changing. Professor Kevin Kuntz, K-N-U-T-H?
Nuth?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It's like night, Knegget. The K is silent.
That made me tear up a little bit.
Good.
Wait, pronounce it again, Foil?
Nuth.
All right, so Professor Kevin Nuth is an associate professor of physics at the University in Albany. Among other things, he's a former NASA research scientist at the Ames Research Center. For me, it's a little disconcerting, he said. We've had 70 years, 3/4 of a century, where we've had these things flying in our airspace. They show up in military bases. They show up over nuclear weapon sites, and virtually nothing is known about them. And I look at this as probably, I think, eventually we will finally learn what these things are. This is going to be one of the greatest intelligence failures in history, he said. How do you say his name again?
Nuth.
Okay.
Yeah, look at the foxhole chat. They're on you.
They know me so well. They know why I'm laughing.
Whoops.
Right. And they know, normally I would just mispronounce it and laugh and run with it, but they're like, nope, she doesn't want to mispronounce it again because, boom.
Right.
Shout out to the foxhole chat. Yeah, they know what's up. They know what's up. They know me. All right. What was homeboy's name again?
Nuth.
All right. So what does Nuth believe is the most likely explanation of these UAPs? He says it might be reasonable to assume they're built by a government or an aerospace company. It might be reasonable. Except for a few important points, he said. One is the accelerations are really anomalous to the point where it's really not clear how the physics would work in that case. So whoever has been making these things would have had to do not just have one technological leapfrog, but it would be multiple technological leapfrogs. And that would be quite surprising. News said of the upcoming report, I expect there will probably be a public component to the report and the classified component to the report, and the public component will probably leave things a bit in the air, whereas I would hope that the classified version would actually have more information. News says if the report hints at anything other than worldly technology, information will be slow to be released. Some of this might be a little too shocking for us to handle all at once, so they might try to ease us into it a bit. Yeah, man, that's what we're getting. We're getting the full ease. You know what I mean? We're getting the full ease. So lawmakers react to classified UFO briefing. These comments, guys, are not terribly interesting. Just be real here. Several U.S. House lawmakers received the first known briefing on the upcoming UAP-UFO briefing due to Congress on June 25th. On Wednesday morning, officials from the United States Navy and the FBI gave a classified briefing for members of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence Subcommittee on Counterterrorism, Counterintelligence, and Counterproliferation. After the briefing, the New York Post reported on several comments from the lawmakers as they left the secure room used for the briefing. The House Intelligence Committee Chairman, Rep. Adam Schiff, our favorite guy.
Oh, love that guy.
Yeah, love that guy. It was an interesting briefing. I did learn things that were certainly new to me, but I think I'm going to leave it at that. Well, that's something. Thank you, Sean Joe, for the cookie. However, Rep. Quigley then said, if I had to predict how the public will react to this, one word would be disappointing.
Oh, because they're not going to tell us nothing.
I think I know how this is going to play out. There's, I wonder if they even told Congress there's aliens. You know what I mean? They probably did, but they're probably not allowed to tell us.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I will tell you, there is a classified addendum to the unclassified report that is going to be coming out that we will not be able to see.
No, we're just going to...
Yeah.
I won't get started on a rant. Normally I would have a rant already and waiting for this. But
yeah, anything cool is going to be in the classified section, but apparently...
Well, I mean, some of them are giving indications that they admit to it being extraterrestrial or, in the classified stuff. But then, most of them
just going to be like, we don't know what it is.
Or it's like, the impression I'm getting is like, oh, well, they've told us, and we know that there's some interesting stuff going on, but you guys are not getting any of that. Sorry. Wah, wah, wah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're just getting more confusion. That's what you're getting. Sorry about your luck. Try again.
Right.
Disclosure
No
2.0. Right. All right, so what is this? U.S. Naval Institute off of Reddit. Just an interesting little slide. Well, yeah, this can go with disclosure. So, people concerned about the rash of UFO sightings reported by Navy pilots can take a bit of solace in knowing that at the Geneva Summit in 1985, Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev agreed that the U.S. and Russia would unite to fight against the alien invasion. Yeah, the alien invasion. Right?
Yeah, well, don't we speculate all the time that the U.S. and Russia may have agreed to work together on matters of alien importance?
Well, yeah, that's a little fun fact. And on that note, friends, we will be going into Alara's favorite section. Can you guys guess what my favorite section is? Unidentified flying objects. Hey, I totally forgot about this guy first, but whatever, we'll throw him in the UFO section. UFOs and disclosures kind of a mixed bag anyways. Not that I need to make excuses for me choosing the wrong section to play the video, but on that note, let's go ahead and listen to what this guy says. This guy, I love it because he just kind of laid it down. Not as accurate, but he's, definitely on the right track, and big shout out to him. This is
one of the
speaking the truth.
One of the Congress folk that came out after the briefing.
Yeah, I love this. This is great. Here we go. This is great.
Congressman, I know right now with President Biden when he's going to speak to Putin,
might want to turn it up.
He's going to ask him about the UFO things and stuff like that.
I think that's ridiculous. If the Russians had UFO technology, I mean, they would own us right now. They used to say that. I've heard people talk about how the Nazis had it in the Second World War. If they did, they would have won. That is ridiculous. It has to be something that's out of our galaxy. It just has to be if it in fact is real.
Incursion, you have always been a straight shooter. It's been like, I know when it's been bipartisan, but the one thing I've noticed is doesn't matter which president it is, nobody ever talks about the...
They always say they're going to do something about it, and then they get in office. And honestly, I thought Trump was going to do something. He was going to release the files, but they release these files are redacted. It's just a big blob of whiteout. And clearly something's going on that we can't handle. I mean, UFOs were in the Bible. Read Ezekiel. It talks about
there you go,
wheel
buddy.
flying around. So I mean,
tell them, guys.
They've been around since we've been around,
right.
and somebody needs to come up with some answers.
So even when something's supposed to be released coming up in a few weeks or months, what do you think is going to be in that?
I don't believe it. I think Roswell was covered up. I think, more people believe in UFOs than believe in Congress for good reason, because of the jackleg stuff we do like that. We talk about we're going to release it, and then we never do, or we release something that's so redacted that it's just ridiculous. The Air Force had a release on Roswell, which was the big deal, I think, from '48, and the big cover-up there. And the guy that did it was a smart aleck, and he kind of smirked the whole time, and nobody took it serious. They ought to take it serious. The American public wants to know, and frankly, we deserve to know.
I think at some point it's gonna happen, man.
I think so too. I think they're going to release that. I think somebody's going to release stuff. The Kennedy assassination files are going to do it all, but we haven't had a president with enough guts to do it just yet.
There you go, guy.
Yeah, speak on it, buddy, right? If they were really trying to come with something, they'd come on with the Roswell.
Yeah, just do it.
D-class Roswell, you can start there. If you're trying to be authentic about anything.
Well, he said that they kind of did, but people didn't take the guy seriously. You got to just drop it all. Just drop it all. Just WikiLeaks it or whatever, something, anything.
Yeah. We need people to come out and just start dropping stuff and be
For
fearless.
sure.
That's what we need. That's the only thing that's going to push it along. That and them stepping in, the good dudes, but who knows? Maybe they won't. We got to do it, I think. I don't know. Okay,
I mean,
so,
maybe at least we're admitting that something is happening now. Like, is this a step? Is this a half a step?
It's not enough. It's not enough. Millions of people have been abducted. It's not enough. Millions of people are well aware that there's other people out there that have ships. Okay? We can argue all day long about what they are, whether they're interdimensional or they're extraterrestrial or they're both or they're whatever they are. Thank you so much, Jay Bell, for the ship. Appreciate that. And Just Jules, thank you for the shades.
Yes, thank you.
But at the end of the day, millions of people have been abducted at this point. So you're just insulting us.
It is kind of an insult, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, this was on Third Phase of Moon. Shout out to Third Phase of Moon. But there was a cylindrical ship. Now, I've seen a couple of these in the last few days. These cylindrical ships are being spotted all over the place. This one was spotted in Chicago, so I'll play a little clip of this so you can check it out.
I don't know what
Middle of the day, just
show the people.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So we're looking at this very closely. We're slowing it down.
Jeez.
Could be a saucer, actually.
It looks just like a saucer.
Could be a saucer. It's hard to tell.
To share this incredible video with you right now.
Yeah, it looks more like a saucer. I've seen a lot of cylindrical ships lately, though.
Any kind of airship that I'm aware of, and what's incredible.
It looks like a saucer, guys. What do you think?
Eyewitness himself.
Thank you, Karen Hare, for the
has
can.
never seen anything like it.
That's wild. It even
Yeah,
looks like it might be rotating.
Something looks like it's rotating there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So on that note.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Do we know what to make of this? We got some night vision stuff going on here. Let's check
this one was good.
Okay.
I thought.
Yeah, that's their
That's the triangle.
Yeah, that's their UFO disclosure thing.
No, I think that was a different one. That's a different video.
I'm gonna be real right now, and let's see if any of the experiencers in the audience would like to give me their opinion. Feel free. ET craft do not act like that. They don't.
What?
Like
act
that?
like...
They don't blink like that. They don't blink.
You think it's?
I don't know what's going on there. That and the fact that it was released, by them, right?
No, this is a different. This was shot by somebody else. I found this on Reddit. This was footage, I think, taken from somebody else.
Thank you, Chris Hawkins, for the ship, and Karen Allen, thank you for the cookie.
You.
And Golden Chris,
Yeah,
thank you guys for the gold pill love. Really, really appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate it.
All right, so this is taken by somebody else. This isn't the same footage? Come on.
I don't think so. That's not. I mean, hey, like I said, it was Reddit. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. It's a good source to find out. Ooh, what is that?
Yeah, this is
that looks
different.
like an Astra.
This is different footage.
That looks like an Astra. Look, guys. It's an Astra. That's what it looks like.
He's moving.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's booking, huh? It looks like an Astra. I think that's ours. ET ships are just different. The way that they move, everything about them is different. It's just different than our stuff. See if the chat agrees. See if the chat agrees that that's one of our ships. You guys think that's one of our ships in that video?
Yeah, the focus of the video was the well, I guess I can't say triangular because the first one looked like it was triangle. The one that looked like a flying A.
Not the one at the very beginning, the one that I said looked like an Astra, right? Which one are you talking about?
The one with the lights on the bottom. Ascension Diaries. Alexis says she wants one. I want one too.
I want one too. We should have had one a long time ago.
Can we put that in the DARPA
Low
request
Country
list?
Yeah, Low Country Brooklands, thank you for the phone, says phone home, right?
Oh, thank you.
Hey, look, Ben Rich said we had the technology to take ET home a long time ago. Okay? A long time ago. So I don't know who they think they're fooling with this. We don't have this technology. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. And if
It's
you
some
guys
portion
aren't
of it,
aware
at
of that,
least.
then I guess you better look into it a little more because, yeah, we do. So, I get so tired of that narrative. We don't have this technology. We don't know what they are. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's see what this is. We don't know what they are. Right.
Oh yeah, this was kind of wild. If you take us down, they're comparing what they saw in the sky to the what they thought was the black hole, or what they're saying is a black hole.
That's cool.
I thought so.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Look at that. That's something there. That's pretty neat.
It's different.
So they're calling it a UFO, but essentially, they think it's a black hole, correct?
No, I think they're saying that this looks oddly similar to the black hole. I don't know what the hell it is.
Let me read.
There was a black hole like that up there. They just put the picture up there for comparison.
Oh, it's a picture of a space oddity. It doesn't really give you the information on it. Everybody is going to obtain the first image of a supermassive black hole in its shadow. That's what it says in this, that it's a black hole.
They put the picture up for comparison, but there couldn't have been a black hole over the Netherlands.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
They're just saying it looks just like that. So whatever this is.
So we have a black hole UFO. A black hole looking UFO.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Or the thing they thought was a black hole was actually a UFO. Who knows?
Something.
Black hole,
Dave
sun,
Fouch, a
right?
Flickr expert, captured a UFO visible only in IR, but not on a daylight camera. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Look at this guy go.
Yeah, he's swooping all around.
Golden Crisp says black holes don't have light around them. Philly Q said it looks like an eclipse, the last one. Well, all we see of black holes is what they show us in the movies, and I'm sure that's not accurate to how they actually look. So, okay, that's that. So, that's that. What else we got here? Light orb UFO recorded in Vancouver, Canada a few minutes ago on June 18th at 10:40 p.m. There we go.
Yeah, the resolution on this one was terrible, but
that's how they usually come in.
They had compressed it. They were arguing on Reddit about it. They had compressed it to send it in an MMS or something. And so they lost most of their resolution, which was stupid.
Space friends.
Right.
Yep.
These things are everywhere, man.
What, UFOs? Yeah.
Yes.
They've always been here, too. Always been here. Always been here. Always here. Always been here. Sightings are definitely increasing, though. I can't believe how many I've seen in the last 60 days.
Yeah, 'cause it's about that time.
It's like they know, man. They know something's changing. Something's changing because they're interacting more. That's why I've been watching the big UFO channels and stuff lately to try to see if there's any bigger sightings going on in the cities and stuff. You know,
right?
Trying to keep track of the acceleration of the sightings, see what's going on. Les Marsden, UAP sighting 290719 Middle Mount QLD. This is via Brad Morris channel.
Is there a time on this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
This thing is changing shape. If you let it play for a minute, you'll see the thing shape shifts in midair.
Yeah, I've seen a few that do that.
And this is filmed, I think this is the one that was filmed from a helicopter. Like you can hear them reporting the sighting in.
Oh no, look at this. What is this
Yeah.
guy doing? What is this guy doing? He's like, I'm gonna mess with the humans. Watch this.
Right.
Watch them trip out. The two that are actually paying attention right now. Why would they be so obvious and blink? Who said that just now? Why would they be so obvious and blink? Oh, it's in the Foxhole chat. I don't think you're looking at the Foxhole chat. I think he's talking about that triangle looking UFO. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that footage, but it's not normal. That's not I don't know what to think about that footage, to be honest with you. It's not typical UFO behavior. I'm talking about the last one, the triangle.
Woke One says over 50,000 years ago, the invading extraterrestrial were a race of malicious, highly intelligent humanoid arachnids. We've talked about the spiders, man. They can't, can't come here.
Some of these ships are living beings too, like that. Some of them are physical crafts, and some of them are actually a combination. And they're actually living beings that are.
Right.
Have similar DNA to the being that's driving them or that they're connected to. So, I mean, some of them are physical. They're not physical. I mean, they're living beings.
Yeah, or organic. They're made out of organic matter.
Exactly. I think that's the word I was looking for. So, you're dealing with all kinds of phenomenon here. Everything from regular tin cans we built to organic, beings that are ships.
Right.
That are interdimensional. Some of them may not even be ships. They may be beings. But really, that's a ship, too. If it can travel and it's a being, then it would be considered a ship, too.
Joan of Sark, I don't think they care if we can see them now. I think that's the point.
Yeah,
they want us to see them.
I think maybe their only objective now is to not get shot down. Which is why they come and go rather quickly.
It's always a good plan, right?
That, and I don't know how much they want the people that aren't ready to see them. So, you know, that might factor into it too. I don't know. Anyway, is this guy going to do something really exciting or no?
I mean, other than shapeshift, no. That's why I put it. I gave you a time and said let it play for a minute because he's just up there doing his thing.
It looks like we got one more UFO video, and then we will be going into space weather.
Space weather.
Yeah.
With Alexis.
Space weather's great. And then there's so many announcements tonight that's actually perfect on the timing. So here we go.
Yeah, this was interesting. I don't know what to make of this. The comments in Reddit were hysterical, though. Like, I think it's out over the water. The guy pans down at some point so you can see. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say this. Clearly, these space people have bases in our waters because they're going in and out of them all the time.
Man, all the time.
Where are they going? You know? Let's be real. They have bases down there. They have to.
And I think that was one from the other day. You know, I don't know. It's all rainbowy. Maybe they're, you know, showing their support for Pride Month. I don't know.
Is that the end of that?
No, skip forward. Skip forward on that a little bit.
Oh, there he comes. Now he's back. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he was, you know, representing.
Yeah, it's just showing some love.
Falling in line with the earthly narrative.
Right. Right.
Right. When on Earth, when in Earth, do as the Earthlings. You know, I guess.
Yeah, got to.
Right. Why not? Okay, so there. On that note, our gay pride UFO. Get rid of that one.
Right.
Yeah, let me see what else we got going on here before we go into space weather. We already did the BeardVet. Sorry we don't have the new commercial, guys. We will, we got to do it, man. Uncle Pops has been waiting on us, Foil. We got to get her done, okay? On that note, let's go ahead and go into space weather. We've got some weirdness going on, you guys. Hang tight.
Whoop, whoop.
Beep, bubble, beep.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another space weather update. My name is Alexis of Ascension Diaries. Thank you for signing up on my website. Today is June 20th, 2021. It's currently 2:51 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Happy Father's Day, and for you fathers out there, it looks like the planet herself is just shaking all over the world. So I don't usually add this into the segments, but I'm seeing earthquake behavior on literally almost all of these charts, which are located all around the world. So the Earth is quaking today, at least according to the USGS heliplots. We are currently in a Scorpio moon, which concerns these particular organs, which are in the lower part of your body. So if you're having any issues with those today, it's okay. It's just the moon in Scorpio. We have a coronal mass ejection I want to show you from the 17th, from the 18th, and from today, the 20th, which would involve the following 3 days after those ejections happen. So 17, 18, 19, 18, 19, 20, 20, 21, 22. So into the week, we are actually having a heightened amount of CME activity for us in general. So very fascinating, very big. We've been having issues with these charts last week. They're all up and running again, apparently. Even though some of us have been like, things aren't quite adding up. It's okay. We're getting some of it. We're also seeing projections around the 25th, 26th, and 27th this next week that are going to be slightly higher solar wind speeds. We're currently dealing with as well an somewhat Earth-facing sunspot, which could eject some solar flares. So we're going to keep our eye on that. But overall, the geomagnetic pressure is pretty low. The solar flares have not been anything out of the ordinary. The solar wind right now is at a decent speed, pretty average. And the overall pressure on our planet doesn't seem to be getting into anything too intense. All of those charts about geomagnetic pressure and wind speed and so on are decently low today. But I will report more about the Schumann resonance here in Russia and in Italy are going off the last 48 hours. So yesterday, from pretty much midnight Pacific Standard Time into the day to about 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we've had heightened amplitude, at least according to the Russian information. We also have today information from Italy with heightened amplitude between 0 and 100 hertz, but actually more so 0 to about pretty much all the way up here. This goes to 16,000 hertz, this particular section. And as you can see, there's some very odd behavior going on. So this particular chart is the highlight of today's weather for sure. We also saw on the 15th and 16th a heightened amount over Alberta, Canada. Shout out to you guys. And the lightning situation, which is the cosmic energy grounding in, as well, has been decently high and continuing on. If you need any of these space weather links, just go to my link tree, scroll down to space weather links, and they're all here, so you can check this yourself throughout the week. And if you want to follow my Instagram throughout the week or my Telegram, you will get more updates quicker. Until next time, though, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye, everyone.
Beep, bop, beep. I didn't do that quite as good as her. Thanks, is Texas Q Patriot. Any UFO sightings when nukes drop? Well, they go over the facilities all the time. When they drop, yeah. I mean, that's when the ETs first started showing up, is when we dropped nukes. Mm-hmm. That's when they first came out. That stuff reverberated through the multiverse, and they came up running to see what was going on planet Earth. They've been here congregated watching the scene ever since. Thank you, Woke One, for the can.
Oh, these crazy Earth monkeys.
What are they doing? Because I was laughing because AOC said it's Alien Pride Week. That's why I started laughing. That was funny. That was funny. Okay, so let's see. Reminders and announcements, guys. I will release the scratching and I will release the chest. Reminder, me and White Hat will be going live whenever the document drop happens. So I don't know exactly what day it'll be yet, but whenever that happens, White Hat and I will get on here. It might be simulcast on both channels, but it will, in the very least, be on mine. We're going to get on here and go through those documents with you guys and try to see what we can figure out about all that. My Ken Rolla video, part 2, which will be going into some touchier subjects, will be released on Rockfin this week. Reminder too that new show with Methods on Methods to Madness, that starts on Wednesday the 23rd. So if you are not over there subscribed to Methods on DLive and Pill.net and Foxhole, please do so. And if somebody can drop the link over there for the peeps that are on DLive and YouTube, that would be awesome. Let's see, Tuesday the 22nd, 7 p.m. Foil will be going live. Not totally sure what's going to be going on yet, what should be doing, but Foil will be live Tuesday the 22nd. Friday, Foil will be on with Gino. Can you tell us, was that over on Gino's channel, Foil?
Yeah, on Gino Ravan and with Gino Ravan and Miracle Girly. They are on the Foxhole. Yeah, it's Gino's channel listed on Foxhole. It is the Fellowship of the Sombrero. So
that's the name of the channel?
Well, that's the name of the show.
Oh. Okay.
The channel's called Gino Ravan, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's the title of the show. Okay, got it now. Sorry,
yes.
It took me a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and release the scratching right now, you guys.
Whoa.
Here goes the scratching. Oops. All right. Scratching released. Okay, so also great family of light gathering. 333 for tickets, 222 with crypto, 111 for the live stream. The live stream is 77 with crypto. That is July 23rd to the 25th in Sedona, Arizona. I have been making regular postings on my Telegram channel concerning these events. So if you don't follow me on Telegram, please do. Alara of Sirius channel. Also, I will be speaking at ESETI, Science, Spirit, and World Transformation Conference. That will be July 15th through the 18th in Trout Lake, Washington. So excited to see you there who will be there. It's going to be a lot of fun too. I should show them who all the speakers are that are speaking. Let me go.
Yeah, a lot of good people.
Yeah, let me pull that up real quick. Let's see here. Since I finally have something to show them. Okay. Oops. All right, here is the speakers for that event, guys, for ESETI. Those are all the speakers that will be speaking at the ESETI conference. And the dates, you can go to James Gilliland's website to get tickets for that. The website address is up here, eseti.org. I believe there are tickets still available. So, yeah. That's going to be awesome.
Did you do the lemons?
No, I haven't done the lemons yet. Let me show them the other flyer, and then I will go and do the lemons, and then that's a wrap. So here's the Great Family of Light. Here's the speakers for that event in Sedona, Arizona. That will be July 23rd to the 25th. familyoflight.info. Yeah, and that is Jace and our space weather girl Alexis that is putting that on.
Woohoo!
So that's awesome. It's their first time throwing a conference, and yeah.
Yeah, it looks like super fun.
Yeah, super awesome. Okay, so let me get rid of the lemons. Get rid of them. Let me go dish the lemons out over on D Live. Yep.
Dawn has broken. She's listed as Kate Buckley.
Who is?
They said, "Where's Kate Awakening?"
Oh, yeah, Kate. It no longer says that when she's in here. It'll say her last name when she's around. Okay, so I'll add lemons to it. Can I do that? Yeah. All right. Distribute rewards.
And Alexis says they also have day passes.
Oh, we do have day passes now. Also, please, guys, if you appreciate what Alexis, the work she puts into the space weather and all that, please consider donating to her as well. We would really, really appreciate that. Support our space weather girl.
Yeah. Her links should all be below.
Her links
she has
in the
her own
description
channel
on YouTube, and the mods should be dropping the links elsewhere. Thanks a lot, you guys. Everybody got their scratchings. They got their lemons. Let's see. Is there anything else I missed? No, I'm pretty sure that that's it for the announcements. Yeah, I think that's it, man.
Right. All right. Mods were great.
Yep.
Guys, make sure, share the link, please. Another great way to help us, take this link and share it, because YouTube won't do it. Yeah, so please share, subscribe, right? Go over and follow us. DLive, Twitch, Pilled, Foxhole, Rockfin. You can donate directly to Space Force News via Cash App and Venmo. The links are also in the description below, along with all of our personal links on the link trees down there. If you want to support us in a veteran-owned business, like I said, check out BeardVet.com, all your coffee and manly needs, and meet us back here next Sunday for another awesome episode of Space Force News Live. Keep your eyes on the skies and stay loyal.
Hey, and surprise, we're going to be going live on Foil's channel just to run amok here shortly.
We're just running amok.
Stay tuned
after
for that.
Party.
Well, yeah, after party over on Foil's channel right after this. So, yeah, 15 minutes or something like that. So, yeah, we're going to go run amok over there on the Foxhole. I think it's only going to be the Foxhole that we're at. So, yeah. So,
DLive and Foxhole.
DLive and Foxhole. Yeah. So come hang out with us. And on that note, we are your news in this dimension and the next. Thank you so much to the mods. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all you guys that hang out with us every Sunday. We love you. Thank you for your support. And we will see you. Well, I will see you on Wednesday for Methods to Madness. And you will see Foil tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, Foil? 7?
Tuesday.
Right. Oh, that's not
Tuesday,
tomorrow.
7.
Right.
No.
Tuesday's the day after tomorrow. Correct.
Tuesday would be the day after.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Much love, you guys. Good night. See you next Sunday.